Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Given how well Phil Foden started the season, plenty of City fans would be surprised that he's not sort of featured as much since the World Cup. Can you explain the reasons why that is and what he has to do to get into the side more?
Nothing, be himself. I saw other players better than him in terms of the World Cup. He struggled with the ankle after World Cup, and a lot. He played an incredible effort playing that with pain. Arrived a moment, I said to me, Pep, I cannot anymore. So I have to rest, I have to recover. And we gave them, I think, done long time ago, 1 week, 2 weeks, off time to don't play. And after Riyadh was in the best moment of the season, Jack make a step forward. It's not the reason why. It's not about your intention. You're a lovely guy, so I know that. But if you pretend to say, I'm not trust with Phil, or I don't do that, forget about it. So Phil is our diamond. So.
Riyadh and Jack playing so well, is there a different role that Phil could play?
No, we need Phil to push them, and of course Phil can play in the middle, in position more centrals. So, no, it's not about lack of confidence or whatever. So I thought a lot to put Phil in the last 20-25 minutes to make his impact, and always, in the past, always he had. This season a little bit less when came from the bench. Phil always had, since they arrived with 70, 80, 90 years old, he played 5 minutes. It was the best 5 minutes of the team. And this season was not like that. I think he struggled for the ankle in that position. And I was thinking a lot to put him here, but in the moment I felt the team came back what we had in the first half, and that's why I didn't want to move it. That was the reason why. Of course, the people will not understand it. So at the end, the people or the referee say the hands, in the last minute. Oh, sorry, because it was not hands. But anyway, just in case it was hands. So we won the game. No substitution was a good decision. So I'm exposed. We are exposed, all the manager on that. So no problem at all.
Hi, Pat. Just following on from the question about Phil, you suggested it's been a physical problem entirely. It was his ankle. Do you think there's nothing mental about it? Because he went to the World Cup, there were high hopes. And then the way it went for England.
Well, but some players after World Cup struggle a little bit. The other ones no, but there are players that struggle a little bit, and I think other clubs a little bit. I think Phil as well, a part of the physical situation. But it comes the best part of the season. So, and always I said to him, the best part is here. You are so young. Next season is a new one, and you drop a little bit the season comparing the previous one. It's absolutely normal process. So how you handle it? This is the question. You handle good. We're still training as an animal because Phil, in that is no doubt about that. So, and he will be back. So like he will be back into Nottingham. Nottingham was brilliant. Honestly, was perfect. So it's just to continue.
Just to follow on from what you said about Erling earlier, you said it was our fault. Do you mean the coaching staff by that, or do you mean the rest of the team and the coaching staff?
Absolutely, the coach.
Right.
And like I don't want to take a responsibility, I put my assistant coach and my third assistant coach. Like this, we share our faults together. It's nicer.
So how do you go? I mean, presumably that's something you're working on.
Yeah, we spoke about that, but I had to insist, I had to talk. So they follow me. The message is all the time so clear. And sometimes it happens for a process. We cannot forget we play a lot, many years, most of the times without striker, proper striker. Okay, with Sergio play, but Gabriel sometimes play more in the sides, with false nine many times. And sometimes our view is more playing here, and we don't take more attention to put in there. Now we play with the one, and sometimes we need a little bit more. And it's our fault because I said we need a lot of control, When you say to the players out of control, they want to take risks, they want to secure passes, and when you put the ball inside with a lot of players, it's a risk pass. And that's why it's my fault, absolutely. But you have to let them feel that it's a question of perspective. So every time you get the ball, where is Erling? He's there. Oh, 7 players with him. I play there. I receive the ball again. Oh, where is Erling? He's here. 6 players. I play there. I had the ball. Oh, Erling is alone. I had to play with him. And now to take a look at him, sometimes we do it. But just it's going to happen. So it's not question about that.
Just on that, you obviously, I think you allow the players to do whatever they want in the final third and make their own decisions. Do you think they're taking enough risks this season in the final third?
How many scores we score in the Premier League? We are the best in goal difference and whatever. We score a lot of goals. So of course they got the risk. I never said you don't take a risk. No, I said in the final third, I didn't want to take a risk in the process. In 3 passes, make it. I didn't want it in that game for the first leg. I would have loved to win 0-4. In the halftime, we could go 0-3. We had the score, the chance for Rodri in set pieces, the shoot for Jack in the inside of the 8-yard box, like was nothing. We didn't concede one shot on target. And before they had the first chance, we have Riyadh a clear chance. Last season, in this stage of Champions League, we won 0-6 or 0-5 in Lisbon, 0-5. Do you know what I heard? How bad is the Sporting de Lisboa? How poor team. Compete against City Sporting Lisbon. He won the Portuguese league. From my point of view, his manager is one of the best at the moment. And his team is really, really, really good. But Sporting Lisbon, do you know what happened there? 5 shoots on target, 5 chances, 5 shoots on target, 5 goals. 100%. How good is the manager, huh? Isn't it? This season, we had these chances. Before the first chance they had, you have 0-1, you have a clear chances to make 0-2, 0-3. Now, 1-1 in Leipzig, how disaster is Manchester City? Leipzig is bad. No, it's not a good team. How many top teams are out in the Champions League? Everyone have to understand the opponents also they play. And I see the game Leipzig, I said, I had the same feeling I had before. They are a good team. Really good team. Why? Because they buy young players and they buy players like they make a big data set. How many runs you make, how many and how intensity, how many times you do it. And this player said, that, I take it. And if that, because they find this type of players, like they are able to do 40, 50 meters, high intensity, 1,000 million times. We don't have that players. Bernardo can do 40 meters? No. Gundogan? No. Just Erling in that moment, just Kyle. When Kevin play, maybe Jack. But the rest, we cannot. And in the first leg, I didn't want that. And that's why we play in that way and do that. But even with that, we could have scored more than 1 goal. The second half, they were better. For the reason, we didn't press properly. And our build-up was not as courage because it's the first leg, what happened against Tottenham Hotspur, what happened against Aston Villa, and the players are humans. And I feel, Champions League, I don't want to make these type of mistakes, otherwise we're punished for an action and I'm very secure. It's normal. And we play with Erling and we didn't win the ball, and the other teams, you press and they lose the ball. These teams, they don't lose the ball. Why? Because it's Champions League. Why? Because they are good. And I said, no, but Manchester, no. Why you don't think about it? The opponent always, they have a quality, is a good manager, is well prepared, and do good tactics or whatever. The young players, old players, they have desire. The same. Or Leipzig don't have the desire to go through. Just Manchester City want to be in quarterfinals. Leipzig is not allowed to dream. It's not allowed to reach the final. It's not allowed to do the next steps. But every time when I see, some adjectives you put the performance of the teams of the players for former players. Oh my God, it's not nice. Disgrace or words like, how you say that? The opponents also, they are doing this. Barcelona yesterday played a fantastic first half. And the second half was better United. Can we think about United was good in the second half? Not because Barcelona was bad. And the first half Barcelona was good. Not because United was bad. You say, it was the media in Spain. I didn't read it, but they will say it bad, and the media here will be perfect in the other one. For 1 goal difference. For 1 detail. Is 1 team out and the other one. Everything is more, today, like I said before, tomorrow will be a difficult game. In the end of the season, every game will be difficult. I had that feeling. The teams improve a lot. Look the tips of the bottom. So Southampton is able to go Stamford Bridge, win. Bournemouth go to Wolves and win, when Wolves was able to win with 10 men against, I don't remember the last game we played. So that's the reality of football. I said that before home, away, home. What do you expect? For the fact that last season we win a lot of games away, every season is going to be the same. For that situation, Liverpool United should win all the years the Premier Leagues, because what happened in the 80s and 90s, all the time win Liverpool United. Finns Roman Abramovich come Chelsea, and Arsenal, of course, Arsenal arrive, and after Arsenal, and after we are involved there. So it's a change. And sometimes when you play 20 bad minutes or 25 bad minutes, we cannot play 20 bad minutes. We cannot be overcome, or the opponent be better than us 20-25 minutes in the Champions League away. I said in the halftime to the players, the most important thing I'm going to tell you now for the second half is now. The second half will be completely different than the first half. Completely. It's not going to happen. Put the reset, 0 here, and start again. They will make a step forward, because it's normal. I lived these situations many times. But you have to learn what happened. Don't be stressed. So it's going to happen. They're going in. And I say, no, it's going to fight, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, how to run. You have to be able to run 90 minutes and suffer 90 minutes. Maybe it happened. Maybe in 90 minutes, the other team is much better than you. Because we make an incredible high press in the first half. But 2 or 3 times, they break that high press. Do you know why? Because they are good. Not because they were wrong, the movement we thought, for the way they shape. Because against Arsenal, play Martinelli and Saka there. In Leipzig, no one play there, play all the time here. So our pressing is completely different. And they did it really well. But they had the ability to dribble, to keep the ball, to control, to set, to switch off play. You had to defend deep. What explanation? Huh?
I know, I've probably...
No, you don't have to ask me again after this.
I've probably picked up on the wrong thing here, because that was a very long explanation. You're talking about you haven't got the players to run 30 or 40 metres. Would you like and I know it's the game plan is about control, but would you like the option to have a little bit more pace in the...
I had Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané in our team. And in that team we play attacking different way. And now we don't have them for many reasons. You have Jack and Riyad. And you play another way. So, but I know if I put Phil on the pitch, and I put Kevin in the pitch, and I put another player there, we can run. We can do attack quick. But in that game, don't tell me why. We draw or we lose, I know I'm wrong. I know that. But I thought I won this type of game. What we miss, when after that, a little bit more with Erling. That we miss it, but it happened. Do you think the players that don't want to find this animal and score 3 goals every day? We want him. But my friends, they play, and the opponents always defend well. So as much they behave like, we have 3 fans of that. We have 3 or 40 players that run 30 kilometers, Fernando. 12, Rodri. 11, Gundogan. Riyad. 4 or 5 players, they run. What can I say? What can I say against Nottingham, honestly? What can I say after Arsenal? With 36% of possession, how he ran behind them. And after 3 days, they go to Nottingham and play and behave like we behave. Like it was 0-5, honestly. It was 0-5. What do you have the reality now? Against Everton, 1 shoot on target, we drop 2 points. Nottingham, 1 shoot on target, we drop 2 points. They have chances and chances and chances, they will not score. You tell me the reason, Pep. It's football. It's football. No explanation. There is not. Why I win 1-3 against Arsenal? Like in chances we had more than them, but with 3, when our style of play is completely different, we could not. Because they are good, man to man, they are aggressive in their stadium, the momentum they have. We could not. How? How can I do it? But it's football. Sometimes we try to figure out and analyze. As much they train good and they are here and focus, I do it. I know we have to win to stay there, and we will try. This is for sure.
That's all from Martin, please.
Yeah. Hi, Pep. You mentioned the word fatigue earlier on when you were talking about the team news. Is that sort of just normal because of the run of away games, or is it a bit to do with the World Cup maybe?
No. I didn't see fatigue in the games. I didn't see fatigue in Arsenal. I didn't see fatigue in Nottingham. I didn't see fatigue in Leipzig. I didn't see fatigue. I don't know tomorrow, but I'm a little bit not concerned. It's not the word, but a little bit. I will take a look at this amount of games for a short time of period, but we did it in the past. So we won 4 titles in one season. I'm sorry for all our opponents. And what that means, play every 3 days. But the calendar after World Cup is a little bit different, and important players are injured, and new players still they are adapting or thinking, I have to figure out. Still, they are already in the process, like Calvin and Sergio, and that's why I decide would decide. But the fatigue always is there. But as much they behave in this way, will not be a problem.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.